Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a great day, and by great, of course, I mean profitable. Hey, my name is Brian. Welcome to another amazing video on Autobahn investing, where we work to make money fast, just like the Autobahn in Germany. So, a lot going on today. Crypto getting clobbered, NASDAQ down 300 points. Lot going on today to digest. And then there's a lot of stocks breaking out, and I found a good 5 or 6 of them to share with you today, and I've gotten in a couple of them today. So I'm really excited to share that with you. And then the news after hours today that Lucid Motors is going to go public with CCIV. That's been talked about for a month, and the stock's gone through the roof. I've stayed out of it purposely, and it looks like, because I've been scared that it's going to be a sell the event kind or sell the news kind of event, and that's exactly what it looks like is happening tonight after hours. CCIV is down 12 points in the after hours, so it'll be interesting to see tomorrow if that carries through. But we're not going to talk about that because that's going down now. What we are going to talk about are things that I think are going up in the short term. So I'm really excited to share this with you, so let's just jump right in. Okay, let's just jump right into this. Welcome again to Autobahn Investing. My name is Brian, and let's start off today by talking about QuantumScape. And as you know, if you've seen some of my videos, you know I have a pretty sizable position in this in the options market with March 19th strike that I bought at about $6, I think, give or take. And I sold half last week when it hits just shy of 70, and I've kept hold of that. And you know the here's what I love about it is the volume over the last week or so has really kicked into high gear and brought this thing over the 50-day moving average. What I don't like about it is the move again over to over 70 today and the retracement that occurred. And you know, in the short term, this could very well signal a short-term double top and a retracement back to this filling this gap down to the $50 mark. I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm going to be watching again for this now. What's the 50-day is around 63 and change, for that to hopefully be maintained. It'll be interesting to see the price action tomorrow. I will be looking. I'm hoping at least for a close over this what was 60, the open on Friday, which was 65.80. So I'm hoping for a close over that bar tomorrow, and something with, you know, these big tails going up and then down. I'd like to see that normalize and a move to over 70 that sticks. That's really what I'm hoping to see before a close under that 50-day moving average. But again, we broke the 50-day today, but recovered nicely in it, just like we did the prior 2 trading days. We'll see if that continues. If that continues, that's obviously a very bullish sign, and we'll be looking for a move above 70 in the short term. So now let's talk about some things that a couple I've gotten into and a couple I'm watching for later in the week. First off is KE Holdings. Found this one off of my analysis a week or 2 ago, off of the ARK Invest Innovation ETF, and I talked about this in a prior video. And this one had a nice started breaking out on nice volume on Friday, and really nice move today of 10%, bringing it to, if not an all-time high, a pretty doggone close all-time high. Looked like it got up there around the middle of November as well, over approaching 80, 70, maybe 77, 78. We'll see if this continues tomorrow. It would not surprise me in the least bit if this had a bit of a little consolidation back to what my support should be around the 73.40. I got into calls today on this March 19th, $75 calls. I got in when it looked like it was moving up, continuing the pattern from Friday at 505. And it's currently trading at 770. I'd look for a retracement back to that 73.40, but anything early in the session tomorrow that pulls back to that, I'd be a buyer of that right out of the gate. Believe it or not, I'm looking at AT&T calls right now, and AT&T has been a stuck in the mud stock for so long, and it's so painful to see this and to think, well, maybe there's money to be made here. But I'm wondering now with this move today over the 50-day. moving average if we won't get some buying momentum. And calls on this, quite frankly, are cheap. Now, I did enter with $30 strike price on the March 19th calls. They I got in at 40 cents. They're currently trading at 30. They closed at 37 cents. Thinking that a move up into the 33, 34 could occur if we can break, if we maintain this over the 50-day. I'll look for that in the next couple of sessions. If it doesn't, I'm out. And then the next stop would be a break over this $31 move. And then the next would be over the 32.50. So if it can get over that 31 in short order, I'd of course sell half of my position and wait for see if there'd be a break above this 32, and anything above that, I would look to get out. And then there is not really a gap to fill here because this gap was filled. It looks like there was 34 to 32 or so, or 29, I guess it is, to 30 or so. That's been filled on that day, so there's not really a gap to fill there, but there was huge volume and on those days that needs to overcome. So I really think the next resistance is at 31 and the following is at 32, and I'll be looking to sell half of my positions at those. Now here's some that I didn't enter today. I found late in the day, but I am real excited. Corsair Gaming. This is a beautiful setup right here, similar, by the way, to this KE Holdings setup that we saw a couple Friday and a couple days ago. Nice movement on the 50-day moving average. Nice base being formed since the beginning of December through the present, so good almost 8, 9, 12, 10 weeks, something like that. Tried to break out earlier in February over the $45 mark, and it failed back to the 50-day, and it's bounced off that 50-day, and today it did on higher volume. So I am looking to see if this can move in short order up to the 45. Now currently $45, 319 March 19th strike, $45 options are trading at 234. So the options market is looking like it's anticipating a nice move up to the between $45 and $50 mark by then. And if we get some volume coming into here, that might be this might be a great play to extend over that new high of what's that, 51 and change. If it can break that, it's off to the races. Another one I really am looking at right now is Steel Dynamics. So just so you know, the March 19th $42 strike are trading at $1.90. So it's just in the money, barely in the money options right now. Look to see if there's some consolidation on this because it has had a nice move over the last, well, the whole month of February from 35 to 42. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a little bit of backfill in this in the short term. Would look for a couple days. I won't be getting into this tomorrow, I don't think. But I would want to see it come back and retest that $40 mark a little bit before jumping in. What I don't like about this, and you can see it here on this graph, is the volume hasn't really come in yet. And so that's something to really pay attention to before getting into this. What I am very much looking at tomorrow is CODY. So nice base formed over the last 8 or 9 weeks since the beginning of December. Had a nice move, obviously, from the $3 mark to about the between 7 and 8, and it's been range bound since then. And the last 2 trading days has moved quite nicely up to just over 8. And just so you know, I'm looking at 2 things really. The March 19th $8 calls are trading at 70 cents, and the April 16th $8 calls are trading at $1.02. Volume needs to come into this, similar to about the range we saw on the 9th of February and the what is this date? The 11th of November. That kind of volume, 50 million volume in November and 56 million on the 9th of February. Today is just comparison, it's 17 million. So certainly below what's needed to really rocket this thing higher. But this setup is brilliant. This setup is absolutely beautiful. So I think those $8 calls, if we get volume into it, could explode. And would be look that last move took it from 3 to 7, so 100% move. This could easily go from where it's at 8 to 12, $13. So those $1.02 strike, those 70 cent strike price. If we get volume in the short term on this, could pay off really nicely. Anyway, the last one to share with you this evening is Suncor Energy. Look, energy's hot right now, and you can't deny it. And what's going on in Texas, it's all over the news. And OPEC is the price of oil is going up, so it's and the interest rates, it's all favorable right now to energy stocks. So it's got a nice tailwind behind this. Nice breakout today on good volume over the $20 mark. I'm looking at the April 16th 21 strike. $1.25 is where those closed at. So excuse me, just barely out of the money, maybe 50 cents or so out of the money right now, and could be a very nice move in that if the volume keeps in. And it's formed a bit of a wide base, but a pretty good range bound base over the last since beginning of December. And it's a nice setup in the last week, getting in preparation for today, and a nice move of 8% in this name today alone. Would absolutely love to see this come back and test a little bit of support here at the $19 level before getting in. That would be ideal. But we'll have to see. So anyway, what I'm most excited about tomorrow is CODY. I'm really going to be watching this like a hawk right out of the open. And this one, Corsair Gaming, is really attractive to me. And of course, I've got positions in AT&T, KE Holdings, and QuantumScape that we've already talked about. So anyway, that's what I got tonight. I hope those are some good setups for you for the week. Certainly something to pay attention to. As a reminder, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude with a computer that really enjoys talking about this stuff, and it's a hobby of mine. But that's what it is, right? So don't buy or sell anything just on account of me saying it. That would be really dumb. So do your own research. But if you do get anything out of this and would mind subscribing, you'd be doing me a huge favor. I'd greatly appreciate that. And hit that little notification button next to it so you're notified every time I put out a video. So that's what I got tonight. Hope you have a great evening. Good luck trading. Hope tomorrow is as profitable for you as you dream. And we'll talk to you soon.